My name is Ashwin P. Chandran. I'm Director of CGP CAREER AVENUES. So I have been working as placement officer of reputed engineering colleges for almost 19 years. I've started the CGP CAREER AVENUES in 2014. So I also worked as consultant to various IT companies and as a GATE faculty. Fortunately, I was in the Indian Book of Records for career counseling. So in this, I will give a brief insight on various career opportunities for you people and how to crack them. Right? At any point of time, if you have any queries and doubts, you could be free to clear them. Okay. So let us make it as much as interactive as possible. So you'll be benefited by this webinar. Okay. So many of you are aware that the campus placements, some of the internship drives will happen now in pre-final year, and some campus drives will happen when you reach the seventh semester or later part of the semester. Okay. So this talk is primarily aimed at pre-final year students, but it is beneficial for second year and fourth year students also. Okay. So first thing in planning your career is what is your interest? Okay. It can be PSU jobs, IT jobs. So these two sectors, anyone can join. Okay. So PSU means PSUs recruit students from all branches, whether you are a civil student or chemical or electronics or instrumentation, electrical, mechanical or computer science, you have opportunities in PSUs. What are the PSUs available now for recruitment? BARC, DRDO, Cochin Shipyard, BSNL, SAIL. Okay. Then we have Hindustan Petroleum, IOC, and all these PSUs recruited last number. Almost 74 PSUs are recruiting students based on GATE score, and sometimes they conduct their own exam also. And when you look into IT jobs, TCS, CTS, Infosys, all branches are eligible to attend their process. Okay. So I divide IT companies into two categories. One is service-based companies and second one is product-based companies. Infosys, TCS and all come under service-based companies, and product-based companies are companies like Musicma and all, where they recruit students based on codathon, hackathon and coding skills. Then they have got core companies for all branches. Okay. And majority of the core companies come under government sector or PSU. So recruitment is through their exam or GATE exam. Then you have higher studies opportunities. You can do MTech, MBA, go for MS abroad. There's a provision to do master in science by research in IITs. There's integrated PhD programs offered by IITs and fellowship program in IIMs. Okay. Now, how to know about these opportunities, right? We'll be having a deep insight on that. Okay. So I've already mentioned companies are recruiting students are categorized into service-based, product and core companies, and majority of the core are in government sector. Okay. So normally placement pattern is based on aptitude, verbal, reasoning, technical questions, coding, GDP, group discussion, personal interview, and there's something called this video synthesis, where a video will be displayed and you have to write the inputs or questions based on it. Okay. This is how the general recruitment happens for companies. Okay. And service-based companies recruit in large number, and for that you should have decent knowledge in coding. The questions come from objective-based C programming, and 2 or 3 coding questions will be there for all branches. And for civil students, for core companies, they will be asking questions from structure analysis, strength of materials and all. Mechanical students, questions will be like thermodynamics and machine based. Electrical students will be from power system, power electronics machines, and maybe from analog circuit. Same for electronic students also, analog circuits and digital and communication part. Okay. Now, what are the main advantages and what are the exams you can write? You can write mainly GATE exam. You can write GATE exam in S6. That is exactly 6 months from now. Then you can write CAT exam. Okay, when you reach final year. And there are other exams like GRE, GMAT and all. Okay. Let me first talk briefly about GATE exam. GATE is nothing but Graduate Aptitude Test in Engineering. If you are someone who would like to work in government sector in your branch, then this is the exam. Okay. Around 74 PSUs are recruiting students based on this GATE score. So first advantage is you can get a government job in your branch with a salary of 75,000 to 1 lakh based on the gate score. Second point of gate is gate score is valid for 3 years. So if you start preparing now, you will be able to write gate in 25 when you are in S6. Again, you can write in gate 27 when you are in S8. So the best time to prepare for this exam is S3, and the decent time to start preparation is S5, and the worst time is the mid of S7. At least you have to start at the beginning of S7. The best time is S3, no doubt in that. I'll tell you why. So first advantage is if you prepare well in GATE, you can get into PSUs. Okay, 74 PSUs are recruiting students based on it. Second, you can do MTech anywhere in India. Anywhere in India, you can do MTech with GATE score. And if you even choose private college, MHRD is paying you monthly stipend of 12,000 to 25,000. Okay, so that's a good opportunity for you. Many students from core branches, they waste their money by joining some software courses. So learning anything is good. There's no doubt in that. But if they prioritize for the GATE, even if they don't want to go for MTech, they can join MTech simply for getting monthly salary called stipend. And that 2 years can be used as a launching pad for getting into governments like Railway JE, SSC JE, ISRO and all, or even for civil service. So third opportunity in GATE is you can go for MTech in DIAT Pune. What is DIAT? Defense Institute for Advanced Technology. You can do MTech in DIAT Pune based on the GATE score. If you are someone who wants to work in armed forces, it's a good opportunity. Then you can go abroad for MS, especially in countries like Germany, Singapore, with 100% scholarship based on this GATE score. Okay, many foreign consultancies, overseas consultancies won't tell you because they won't get any commission because of that. So public universities offer 100% scholarship if you have a decent score in GATE and also you do an excellent project that solves a social issue in your final year. Okay, so that are the advantage of GATE. PSU jobs, MTech anywhere in India with monthly stipend. But if you do MTech from NIT or IIT, your career will be completely different. First part, you'll be getting monthly stipend. Second year, you'll be doing a project in an R&D establishments. There also, you get a salary of 3 to 4 lakhs per annum. And companies will hire you like 15 to 30 lakhs per annum if you do MTech from IITs or NITs. Even an average student, okay, average student who performs or plan decently can do MTech in these prestigious organizations. A word on CAT, you can also write CAT exam. CAT is for MBA aspirants, and you can do MBA called PGDM in IIMs. So the difference is in GATE, you are getting monthly stipend and the fees will be around 1 lakh. For CAT, MBA fees will be 12 to 15 lakhs. So it's expensive in that angle. But if you are passionate, and the salary package offered is same for IITians and IIMs to an extent. But if you are passionate towards management, then go for MBA. And if you want to work in technical, you go for GATE preparations. And this fellowship, what is fellowship program? It is a program equivalent to PhD offered by IIMs. Okay, it's a 4-year program. BTech students can apply without PG. For other branches like BSc, BCA, and all, PG is mandatory. Here, all the expenses are taken care by IIM, and you'll be getting a stipend of 3 lakhs per annum, 3 lakhs to 4 lakhs per annum. So, excellent opportunity where you can do PhD. It's called fellowship program. Admission is based on GRE, GATE, or CAT or department test conducted by IIMs over years. Clear till this point? Any doubt till this point? Any doubt? Any doubt? Please be free to ask. Any doubt till this point? Let us make this session as much as interactive as possible so that some of you will be benefited for sure. Okay. Any doubt till this point? Please be free to ask. Even you can use your chat box or ping me in between, interrupt and ask your doubts. Okay. Now, let me tell you which all subjects you have to study for the government exams. Okay. So I'm using the chat box here. If you are an electronic students, okay, you have to study analog circuits, digital, network analysis, control system, electromagnetic theory, and communication, SSD. These are the subjects and signals. Okay, these are the subjects electronic students have to prepare for GATE exam. Okay, and if ISRO happens, exam happens, the syllabus is almost same for electronics. Instead of in addition to that, you may have to study optics and microwave. Okay, so if you study these subjects thoroughly, you can get any government job in electronics. And if you're an applied electronics student, instead of SSD, you have to study measurements, and instead of communication, you have to study transducers. Clear? So I'll again come back to electronics. Let me go branch by branch. For computer science IT students, okay, you have to study digital plus CO, DBMS, operating system, networks, theory of computation, compiler design, data structures and algorithms, and discrete maths. Okay, so these are the subjects a computer science student has to study. For ISRO, you have to study software engineering also. That's all. For Cochin Shipyard, you have to study mobile computing. For BSL, you have to study web technology. So 99% syllabus is same. Clear? Now, for civil students, you have to study strength of materials, engineering mechanics, fluid mechanics, geotechnical, transportation, environment, RCC, steel, water resource and irrigation, and survey. Okay. For electrical students, almost the subjects are same as that of electronics. Instead of SSD and communication, you have to study power system, power electronics, and machines. And for mechanical students, SM mechanics and FM are same. You have to study machines, thermodynamics, thermal HMT, and industrial and manufacturing engineering. Okay, so these are the subjects you have to study. Can you tell me one thing? When to start preparing for these exams? So it's very clear, majority of these subjects you study before you complete S6, right? You study in S3, S4, S5, and S6. So if you had started in S3, you would have definitely, if you in S3, I'm a computer science faculty, so I'll explain computer science perspective. Okay, if a student studies GATE from S3, you could have studied, or she could have studied digital, discrete maths in S3, COOS and DBMS in S4, like that you could have molded. Same for civil, SMFM, like that the career planning could have been done. Electronic students would have studied digital SSD or network analysis. I forgot to mention network analysis in S3, so that it helps in the academics also. So the best time to start this preparation was S3. At least you have to start preparing from S5. Why? Because first advantage is you can write in S6. You can write GATE in S6. Okay. Second thing is, this score that you get, you can improve when you reach S8. Okay. You can start preparing from S3, from S5. Okay. And you write GATE in S6. And whatever score you get, you can improve in S8. Best of 2 is taken when you reach S8. And even if you complete your course, then best of 3 is taken like that. And GATE score is valid for 3 years. Okay. So even if you get some backlogs, unfortunately, the GATE score is valid for 3 years. If you want to go abroad for MS, GATE score will help you. If you want to get a job in government sector, if you have good GATE score, you can go to that. Even if you have a good GATE score in S6, private companies with electronics, civil, all the branches will, computer science, provide you internship with stipend, because GATE is an exam taken by students across the SAARC countries. It's open to all SAARC countries. So there are huge benefits if you write GATE exam, and seriously. Okay. Now coming to coaching, whether you need coaching or not, of course you can learn on your own also. And I'll tell you why, what are advantages if you have coaching, and mean, how CGP, our organization, is helping students in that angle. Okay. So I think you are clear till this point. Any doubt? Anything to be mentioned again? Any doubts? Any doubts? Please
So
let
is
me know.
there any limits to how many times you can write the exam?
Unlimited number of attempts. I also at times register for GATE in this age because I would like to know the pattern. Understood? So you can write n number of types, but PSU recruitment, there's an age bar. Ideally, it is somewhere before 32. Okay. Different PSUs offer different criteria. Some are 27, some are 29, some are 30, but ideally it should be before 32. And the best time, I even tell the repeaters also. Okay. Those students who come to CGP Career Avenues after completing the course, I'll tell them like the best time was previous year when you were in the campus, because repeating involves lot of stress and tension. Understood? So best time is while you study in the campus, but this is a cushion for you. If you perform badly, there's always a next chance again in the campus when you reach S8. Okay. So okay, I think clear to this point, right? Any more doubts? Let me complete and then again I'll clear each and every doubts of yours. So, and GATE exam, there'll be 65 questions. Okay. 15 marks is from maths. 15 marks is from aptitude. It's common for all branches. Okay. 15 marks from maths, 15 marks from aptitude. All branches follow the same pattern. Okay. In this. And then from your concepts. Okay. So if you, anyway, you should attempt your campus drives or perform well in placement drives. So anyway, you have to prepare well for aptitude. So this preparation will help you to score 30 marks in GATE examination. And you study 3 or 4 subjects. Now, if you get 25 marks in GATE exam, okay, out of 100, if you get 25 marks, this is normal cutoff mark, you are eligible to get monthly stipend if you do MTech anywhere in India. Suppose I did my GATE exam, I scored a score, I had a score of around say 28 to 30. Giving example. I'm not getting any placement at that point of time. One company offered me a job, say salary is 4,000 or 10,000 rupees. I decided to go for MTech. Okay. In that case, I will be getting a monthly stipend of 12,000 to 25,000 rupees. And that 2 years, I can prepare for civil service. I could have prepared for technical exams, railway, SSCG, and all, because I am getting salary also in form of stipend. And ISRO and organizations recruit MTech students at times directly. So these are the advantages. Even if you don't like MTech or teaching, you can think about MTech because of the simple reason. Many students, especially from core branches, they're absolutely misled by community or people. Okay. They do is they do learn some softwares and join as some consultant in some coaching centers, get some salary of 4,000, 5,000 rupees, and prepare for PSC exams and waste their precious years. Instead, if they would join for MTech, I would have definitely preferred over other courses. Understood? So I'm not a big fan of people joining for MTech. I always recommend people to get into PSUs. But if you are not getting PSUs, 2 years can be used as a launching pad even for civil service exams. Clear? Now, how to start preparation? Okay. As I've mentioned, if you are a pre-final year student, dedicate 25 hours per month. If you are a second year, 15 hours per month, like that. Okay, you can write again in S6 and again in S fourth year. Systematic preparation will help you to improve your academics, score more percentage. Why CGP Career Avenues? Our organization is called Center for Gate and Placement. We mainly do 2 programs. One is technical coaching, which include integrated course for GATE, ISRO, BARC, and technical exams of government, and UGC NET JRF examinations, purely technical engineering related exams. And second one is placement training, including coding and interview training. Okay, these are the 2 areas they are specialized at. First thing, say every coaching centers will say that they are the number one, but let me say how we are transparent. All our classes are engaged by or means 90% of the classes are engaged by alumni of IITs and NITs. So before a student joins, they can see the faculty pool and understand where this faculty have done their MTech. That much transparent we are. And they can see any subject's video before join. Okay. Why I say so is, so for example, like coaching center X, they would have taken one video detail electronics, maybe excellent. Their transportation will be super. Mechanics will be super. One video will be made very extraordinarily brilliant by top faculties, and other subjects they may compromise. That is why we share the video or the class of any subject student demands, not we have. Any subject they can see and see the quality. Then, when a student joins in S5, subjects relevant in S5, at least one will be covered in S5. For example, if a computer science IT student join, we'll teach them theory of computation, formal language, automata first, so it helps in the academics also. Same with S5 student in electronics control system or signals, whatever will be subject relevant in that semester will be taught. So first, so that it helps the academics also like that. And we have both offline facility at Trivandrum and online facility also. In online facility, we have introduced something called online one-to-one doubt clearance. We have a system where we give a study plan to the students after one-to-one counseling. When a student has a doubt, they can book for live one-to-one doubt clearance. So the best faculty members in India will come online and teach the clear the doubts or solve the problem or doubt, whatever they have. Okay. And as I've mentioned, when gate exam is over, ISR notification comes, ISR or previous questions will be worked out. Like that, bar questions will be worked out like that. Remember, I told you that 74 PSUs are recruiting students based on the gate score. For example, bar, what they do is, if say they have 500 vacancies for a branch, 250 they may recruit through gate. 250 they conduct their own exam every year, which pattern is same as that of gate. It happens in March, April of every year. Students from final year eligible to write that. So this preparation will give them multiple chances to crack these exams. Understood? So like that, all PSUs, majority of the PSUs conduct their own exam. So students will be able to attend 6 to 7 government exams every year other than that of gate. And state PSC exams are also conducted every year. Okay, technical students will be able to crack those exams. And suppose you clear ISRO exam, you clear BAC exam, then comes interview part. If interview part comes, previous panelist, okay, not the current panelist, previous panelist, whoever the interview, who conducted interview will be doing mock interviews and paying you for that. Like that, we do programs to students. And one-to-one mentoring is very important because I am sure at least a very few of you would have attended some crash courses in entrance coaching, and that would have definitely had a negative impact on some of where you don't get time to study. So balancing everything is important. That is why they've introduced something called one-to-one mentoring. We have a called dynamic planning. For example, first 2 months this is a plan, and if you're not able to go with that plan, we'll change the plan for you in such a way that you get a decent score in S6 gate exam and again in a state gate exam, like that. And CGP Career Avenues as a policy, once a student join, they can study without any additional fees till they get a government job in their branch or IIT or NIT admission without any additional fees. That means if a student doesn't crack in S6 without additional fees, they can write again S8. Without additional fees, they can again repeat once they're out from the campus also. Okay. The next point, why placement training program? Okay, so first point is placement training program we have integrated with our integrated course. That means for gate ISR or batch students, placement training is free. But if a student feels that I don't want a government job, I don't want to do MTech in IIT or an AT, I just want to get a placement in IT company or civil company or electronics company, you can attend a placement training program. Okay, here complete modules for placements are covered. Okay, and we have company pattern training. For example, Infosys has a pattern. We train students based on Infosys pattern, do mock tests based on that. Same with TCS, and it goes like that. Okay, so that students will be well aware about the pattern and would have practiced from day one. Okay, and we have something called You Can Code program, which is focused on service-based companies. If you start from S5, and codathons, I'm not sure if you start from S5 because for that a lot of foundation is required, but you can do fairly well. Okay, and Interview part. Many students get eliminated in the interview process. So what we do is we depute an HR of some companies, which are multinational companies like UST, IBS, Peridian, Infosys, and all. They will correct your resume and they will give you mock interviews, unlimited number of mock interviews, HR and technical, till you get placement. The duration of the placement training program is till you get your dream job. It starts from next week and it ends when you get your dream offer. Gate also starts next week, okay, coming Monday, and ends in when you get into IIT or IS or PSU. So placement training is included in Gate program, and students can join for integrated Gate means placement training is covered, or you can join for placement training alone. Okay, every modules are covered, including pattern training of different companies. We'll be having an app to take unlimited number of tests and all. And we have developed some module called online interview cracker, wherein you can take a platform without any interviewer and take mock interview. You get a feedback analyzed by a pool of HRs. So all these facilities will be available to all people. And I told you that I have been in this industry for almost 19, 20 years. So last year, we were able to provide 3 to 4 drives for students who were not placed in the placement season of their respective colleges purely as a value addition. Okay. And these are not BPOs or companies, they're standard companies. But when it comes to placement, remember, majority of the recruitment happens in IIT. We did with civil and one with electronics mechanical company also. Okay. So first thing, what students should do, you have to take these preparations very seriously. You don't have to ask your seniors or neighbors because it is your career and it is your life. Your friends' interest will be different from your interest. Your talent is different. So listen to yourself, not to your friends, because it's not a group learning that is going to happen. For university exam, everybody has to learn and attend it. But for gate placement, it is your priority. Whether you want to go into PSU or whether you want to get into IT company, where you want to get into core company, it's purely your priority. Whether you want to go abroad and all. So you can listen to yourself and take a call on that. Everyone is talented. But the problem is they don't take it seriously and don't start preparing at the right time. I definitely recommend you that you should have started in S3, but worst of the worst case, you should at least start by now. Now I'll be happy. And we have a program called You Can Code program, which is You Can Code. It is integrated to our placement training program. And students can join for this program also alone, apart from the placement training program. It's a 60-hour coding program. We have dedicated 2 hours per week. It is in collaboration with some professional bodies so that you get certificate also. This a professional certificate which is useful for your credit points. Okay. I think I have answered almost all your questions. Now, one question, one student has asked me, shall we prepare on our own? Why not? Definitely you can prepare on your own. There's nothing wrong in that. The difference is, for example, I think whichever branch shall give an example. Suppose you are, say, computer science. Okay, what are we? And if an experienced faculty member teach you, okay, from the basics, you can, without referring too much books, okay, you can complete that subject, say, in 20 to 30 hours. But the same student, if he or she prepares, okay, they may take maybe 60 to 80 hours to study that subject. And based on years of experience, this faculty can teach you some shortcuts which they have maybe attained from students also, and practice and all based, and all will help a lot. It's a structured coaching system. And also taking test serious, and there's a comparison between other students where you stand in state and nationally will also help. So coaching will be very useful but not mandatory. Okay, the chances of getting into IIT or IIT or IS or PSU will purely depend on not coaching, how much effort you put in. I always say to the students, joining our organization, CGP Career Avenues, doesn't ensure that you get a rank. Okay, it only depend on how much effort you put in. Okay, if you put 25 hours per month, then we will be able to support you in such a way that, I mean, you will provide the best support and your chance of getting into IIT or ISR or PSU will increase 5 times. That's all. And chance of getting placement with our placement training program is almost 99%. But IIT PSC, we cannot say like that because it's very limited and very competitive. Placement we can literally guarantee, but no one can guarantee. I can use the term literally guarantee. Any other doubts? So now you are in S6, majority of you are S6. So please be free to ask your doubts and clear your doubts. Okay. Nothing should stop you because you're going to attend placements and internships in very future. So please be bold enough to clear your doubts.